You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. I was outside adding some coffee grounds to my garden section where I'm going to put my squash, peppers, my tomatoes, and coffee grounds are fantastic for your soil. In the top couple inches of layer. I would say not so much in houseplants, it's a little too strong, not so much in tiny pots like flowers, but bigger containers, raised beds out there in the gardens, fantastic stuff. Around your rose gardens, oof, they would love that. And here's what happens when you do that. Plants like coffee too, just like you and I. They like tea grounds, not so much the paper or they like the tea piece, the ground piece. And so it activates some of the mycorrhizal colonies. It attracts worms as it breaks down and actually gives back nitrogen back to the plants a bit, maybe 2% nitrogen to your coffee grounds. So it's a mild stimulant that means that if you brewed it, if you're using fresh grounds, let's say you've got some old coffee grounds, you just dump them out there. Those are really strong. I would say go light on those because they haven't been brewed yet. But those that have gone through the coffee process, whether you cold brew or French press, or I happen to have an Italian fancy machine. I like coffee. The coffee's my thing. So, and when I have just regular old Folgers, it doesn't quite do it for me. Like it, I was thinking when I was adding the coffee grounds, I went, wow, it's been a journey. Back 20 years ago, 2000s, we just had these Mr. Coffee machines and we would throw this regular filter and take a couple scoops and go, that's pretty good stuff. And then you went to diners, you had the same stuff at the diner. Then we progressed to a Keurig. I remember they came out with the first kind of V shape. So still percolate, still kind of drip through, but the filter was V-shaped. And so you got more flavor out of the beans, but we were still throwing Folgers in there. And then Keurig came out with the K-Cups. I don't know, that was maybe 15 years ago. And so I went, I've got a Keurig drip and then I've got a Keurig K-Cup. I went, oh, this is perfect. And it was good. I don't know if it's nearly as good. It was better than percolated or dripped coffee. What it did, the K-Cups, what they did, they gave us exposure to lots of different kinds of coffees because you could have several sitting there in a drawer and just try it out. It's kind of exposed you to a world of coffee. It was kind of an eye-opener. And then you progress. Now I'm back full circle almost. So now I've got a fancy Italian coffee maker on the counter. And now we have grind our own beans because we know what flavors we really like. And then we add that into the machine and it percolates and it's like a whole nother level. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Grinding your own beans brings out extra flavor. Fresh roasted coffee. I mean, if you just roasted it and just come out, it's way better. And so we roast our own coffee here. So I make my own blends. I got my spring blend, summer blend, fall and winter deep, rich, chocolatey kind of blends. Right now, my summer blend's called First Blooms. It's an Ethiopian coffee. Ethiopian coffees are grown at high altitude in a very volcanic kind of ash-filled soil. So the coffee has a much sweeter flavor to it. In fact, if you like to add sweetener to your coffee, try an Ethiopian without sweetener. It's got sweetness to it already within the beans, just because that's how they grow. And they pick them from. Part of that is the roasting process too. What the temperature is, how long you roast them, brings out different notes coming in. So this Ethiopians have a peachy kind of cherry flavor to it with just a light chocolate at the very end as you're sipping a cup of coffee. My mouth's just watered thinking about it. I can't wait till tomorrow morning. So good. So anyway, just kind of how the journey begins. I got to thinking when I'm adding my coffee grounds out in the yard, if you've got those, grab them. I would say don't garden directly in coffee grounds. It's too much. They've got some stimulants to them. They've got some nitrogen to it. But to add a layer on top of your gardens, your plants are going to love you. Your worms are going to love you. Your birds are going to love you because it's attracting all the worms. I don't know where they come from, but they're just coming in for the party. They're going, I'm going in for my morning brew. I'm going to go hit the top part of the gardens. Yeah, and then it just stimulates all the activity going on. If in doubt, add it to the compost pile, because garden grounds, that's green waste. That's what you define it. So you want about 50-50 in a compost pile. Brown waste, leaves, kind of drier stuff, and then green, things that can turn real hot. They compost and they blend together and they create this wonderful, rich, dark magic that we call compost. And if you just can't get enough, we make our own compost here at Waters Garden Center. My big thing is organic soils or organic foods. And so we make our own. It's got a beautiful organic, we call it premium mulch. It's just that kind of richness you look at. So it's time to get those soils ready. It's time to fertilize everything in the yard. And it's time to plant, especially some of your spring blooming things. Waters Garden companion plants for March are Oklahoma redbud, mountain heaths, rosemary creeper, Prescott pansies, and fanciful forsythia.
Fanciful forsythia is a gorgeous spring shrub that explodes with masses of solar yellow flowers, followed by shiny green leaves.
Every home should have one for sheer beauty, fall color, and gentle natural care.
Shop the brightest spring bloomers in-store or online at watersgardencenter.com in Prescott.
For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.